Hey YouTube, it's Dimitri, and today we're going to talk about why I love business degrees. No joking here, this is going to be a serious video on why I like business degrees. So many of you actually follow me and you look at my content, and I get people to complain all the time because, I come off as pretty hard on business degrees, MBAs, BBAs, finance, marketing, anything that's specifically related to business. And people always look at me and go, Dimitri, why are you so mad? Why do you complain so much about business degrees? And really it just comes down to the fact there's a lot of soft skills on the business side, and a lot of business people, a lot of MBA programs like Wharton, point out to Wharton here, they always say like, oh, we're quantitative, but they're really not. It's kind of a joke. They're getting there, but they're nowhere near like a Michigan or MIT, Berkeley, any of these math programs, these quant programs. You can't even hold a candle to it because it's not even the same degree. But anyways, why do I love business degrees? One of the things that I absolutely loved about business school. So yes, I have a BBA in finance, so Bachelor in Business Administration. I have a finance designation, and then I have a minor in economics. But I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was great. I felt like I was cheated at the end because I didn't have enough skills to actually do anything such as mathematics and statistics. But the business side was excellent. The reason is that when I go to an interview and like shooting these videos, for example, I'm not necessarily the most like personal, charismatic, like amazing person for speaking. But working in a business degree, so an undergrad or grad school, is you work in a lot of team projects. I hated them. I absolutely hated every single team project I worked on. There's actually a few, I guess, I can think of right off the top of my head that were pretty good. We had a good team, but a lot of times you ended up in these team projects and it just sucked because you ended up carrying the team and you're trying to get people to do stuff on time, and it just was such a headache. But the thing is, that's the real world, and that's why business degrees, I think, are really good. The fact is, you learn these personal skills. You have to communicate. You have to work with these people. And so if you have like this quant designation, or you're really smart and analytical and like you're super focused and you just love to work on like quantitative things, that's awesome. But being able to communicate is one of those skills that a lot of people keep telling me, Dimitri, I'm hiring, I need someone very quantitative, but no one has the communication skills we need to make this project happen. So I love business degrees in the sense that they increase your communication skills. The second thing, it kind of goes with this, is learning to interview. So interview, writing resumes, getting a job. The really good business programs will emphasize this a lot. And it sounds really dumb, like why are you going to school and you're learning a little bit of like information and theory and everything, and then they spend all this time on like networking events, which I went to a ton of networking events at Ross Business School when I took classes there alongside my financial engineering program at Michigan. I did a lot at WSU, though it wasn't nearly the caliber as Ross. But it was awesome. You got to meet people like the directors, managing partners, and like big shots from all these companies. Like we had like the big consulting firms like Ernst & Young, Bain & Company. We had Citibank for the big banks, Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, Lazard, Zamolis & Company. Like we had a bunch of really good companies, good quality companies coming there, and I loved it. And learning to like interview and talk and stuff was something I learned in business school that a lot of people in the quant world just can't get. And it's hard to teach without a lot of experience and teamwork, and it's kind of hard for me on a YouTube channel to give you the teamwork that you would need to gain those skills, but we're definitely going to try to do a little more of those videos and well round out your skills as a quant. The third thing is your appearance and kind of what you think about yourself. So this is a double-edged sword here. On one side, I loved that the business degrees kind of trained you that it was like important to dress up, it was important to feel good about yourself. We're all really smart people, and at the end of the day, we're brilliant, we're business people, we look good, we smell good, we interview well, we're the best for the job. So that was very good. It helped my confidence, helped boost me. It's why I still wear a suit to this day, where many people don't wear a suit in my industry. Specifically in the quant world, a lot of people just fall back to the minimum dress requirements. But on the other side of this, so on the flip side, this is kind of bad in a way that I've seen business people, and this is where the agitation comes with me, is that you have all these people that go out and they get a business degree, and they're convinced they are great, they're smart, they're brilliant, they're the best, they're gonna be a trader, they're gonna make millions, life's the most amazing experience ever, and they're gonna be millionaires, and they're gonna buy and sell companies, they're gonna be the next Warren Buffett, they're gonna be Soros. Oh man, it's so great and wonderful. And they have these rose-colored glasses on, and they just don't see the reality sometimes. And so that's the negative side of that, is that yes, it's great to be positive, you interview better, you feel better about yourself, But for like risk and risk management, I feel like this is a big negative in the sense that you're so confident, and I've seen this at like many big banks. People are so confident, the business people know what they're doing. And then when stuff blows up, they look at it and they go, whatever. It just blew up, it wasn't my fault. We just didn't know, possible to predict, and they just move on, right? But in risk management, I'm looking at it like, there's models, there's math, and why don't we model this, and why can't we figure this out, and how do you get to the bottom of the solution here? And like, I'm focusing in, like panicking, trying to figure out where are we going with these things, how can we improve this? And the business ignorance is part of that kind of pushes back and says, Dimitri, I have experience, I have 25 years. And we had a guy at one of the companies, and he would brag, like, my name is so-and-so, I won't give you his real name, and I've been here for 40 years, and he like made it this big deal. And when I talked to the guy about the area that he was focused in, he had no clue what was going on. Nice guy, 40 years experience, but having a lot of experience doesn't mean you know what you're doing, and it doesn't replace models that depend on historical data. And this area of the business was a lot easier to predict using models. It's not as hard as say like trading or doing like derivative products. It was something simple in banking. So that's the negative side of basically being overconfident. And the final piece here, I'm gonna say, is teamwork. So back to like those team projects, but you also have like a camaraderie in a business school. Like we all felt like we were, working towards the same thing. There were different like niches and pockets. I think this is true for a lot of other degrees, but business is even more like group focused in the sense that you all go to like networking events together. You all have the same like interview schedules. You go through like these systems, like everything is so automated and it's all the same. Where I felt like in the quantitative realm and the quantitative master's degrees, for example, you were on your own. Like it was the wild west. Like some kids were interviewing, some kids weren't doing anything, some kids were writing resumes. Like everybody was just everywhere doing their own thing, and you had no clue what was going to work or not going to work. Where these business programs like tailor them to you, and they make companies come in because they network with their alumni, which I absolutely hate. I hate about these quant programs. They don't stay connected to their alumni. Even if you have like an alumni from your university from a different degree, if they're willing to help, universities, like take hold, like reach out to these alumni and try to get some advice, some help. And if you like work with these alumni, like I'm working with the university right now, and I love it. I love going in there and helping them, but they're not standing like, Dimitri, where's the jobs? Like if you don't have jobs to give our students, we don't want to work with you. Which is the message I'm getting from a lot of universities, and it's really sad. But the thing is, when I have jobs, I'm not going to go to all those universities looking for a quick, alumni to give them a job. I'm looking to build relationships with these universities, and that's what the business schools teach, is that you need to network and build relationships. And so this relationship building, this teamwork, it helps the programs. It's why the MBA programs like kill a lot of other master's degrees. Like they might not have the quantitative skills, they might be mediocre programs, but they have this networking ability, and they're being able to bring in students from their programs and place them in amazing places in the market in these industries. So it's amazing. So I just want to wrap this up, and I'm hoping a lot of people understand why I'm somewhat negative on business degrees, but don't get like led astray and think like, oh, I hate business degrees, I'd never hire people. One of my really good friends I've worked with has an MBA from like a no-name school, and he is brilliant. And I love working with him. We relate very well, we communicate well, we both can talk technically, but it's great. So MBAs can add value, business degrees do add a lot of value, but I think you need to supplement them. And so perhaps trying to like double major is a great option. If not, trying to find some way to like participate in your business school, even if you're not a part of it. Anyways guys, that's why I love business schools. I hope you like this video, and as always, until next time.